Deceptive or dark patterns in interface design make it difficult for users to accomplish what they want to, or worse, trick them into taking actions they never intended to. Intentionally doing this to users is unethical and short-sighted. It focuses on what benefits the business now and disregards what builds trust over the long term, which leads to customer retention. The thing is that not all deception is intentional, so I want to talk about how to avoid all of it. Have you ever wondered whether something you're working on or something you've interacted with as a user is technically a deceptive pattern or not? Well, to be honest, thinking about deception this way is a little naive. Sure, there are taxonomies and categorizations of common deceptive patterns, which are helpful. But don't forget the old phrase that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Deception in design is actually quite similar. I'd even venture to say that deception is in the eye of the user. Because here's the harsh reality. If a user feels tricked, they don't check to see if the design was technically deceptive or not. They just leave with a bad taste in their mouth and you lose a customer. Now, in teaching about this topic, I've started suggesting 2 questions to help designers steer clear of deception from the beginning. 1, who will this design benefit most? And 2, how well does this design match users' expectations? Now, if the truthful answer to the first question is the business, you need to double check what you're doing. One of the most common ways that designs can start to become deceptive is when large-scale iterative testing like A/B testing shows that certain design choices result in more profitable actions like conversions. While this might be great for business in the short term, you have to ask yourself what you're doing to the users in the long term. How many of those conversions will come from confused users who will then become frustrated with the company? For example, think about the choice to automatically enroll users in a paid subscription. You'll see more paying customers, but how many of them feel tricked? Take a look at your ratio of subscriptions to cancellations and maybe ask your support team how often they deal with angry people who didn't want to be subscribed. Then you'll know. Now, regarding the second question, I'll never forget feeling bad after paying for a meal at a restaurant with one of those portable card scanning machines the waiter leaves at the table. I didn't have any cash on me at the time, and I hadn't seen a way to leave a tip electronically. It wasn't until I had left the restaurant and I looked at my receipt that I realized I had indeed left a tip of 35%. This was the default amount selected by the machine. Was this designed to be deceptive? I don't know, but I sure felt tricked. Designs feel deceptive when they don't behave like users expect them to. You might say the design doesn't match the user's mental model. Now, this is a common theme in many types of well-documented deceptive patterns like fake scarcity or hidden costs. When you're testing designs, pay attention to instances when they function differently than people expect them to. This is when users feel tricked, whether we meant it to be that way or not. Sometimes this won't be evident in just one usability testing session. Longitudinal methods like diary studies can help to see the whole picture. It's the unintentional deception that poses some of the greatest risks. It's the ghost in the system. But having these kinds of conversations and doing the research necessary to get the answers is the best way to proactively avoid any problems.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of our UX videos, take a look at these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. On our website, nngroup.com, you can access our free library of over 2,000 articles. You can also register for one of our UX courses that offer live, hands-on UX training.